Right now, somewhere in your pocket, your phone is buzzing. You feel it before you even look. You reach for it without deciding to. But the real answer for why you do this is far stranger than you're addicted. Your hand moves before your mind catches up. That's not a habit. That's not weakness. That's a machine running inside your skull that is millions of years older than the phone itself. You were built to check. Not to check screens. To check everything. The bushes. The horizon. The face of the person across the fire. Your brain never stopped doing that job. It just found a new place to do it. Here's where it gets strange. In the 1950s, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner ran an experiment with pigeons. He put them in a box with a lever. Press the lever, sometimes a pellet of food would drop. Not every time. Randomly. And something odd happened. The pigeons that got food every single press eventually got bored and stopped. But the pigeons that got food unpredictably? They pressed the lever obsessively. Over and over. Even when nothing came out. Skinner called this a variable ratio reward schedule. It is, to this day, the single most addictive pattern of reward ever discovered. Not because the reward is big. Because you never know when it's coming. Sound familiar? Every time you pull down on your phone to refresh, you are pressing that lever. Sometimes there's nothing. Sometimes there's a message that changes your whole day. You don't know which one it will be. That uncertainty is not a bug in the design. It is the entire design. But to understand why this trick works so well on you specifically, you have to go back further than Skinner's pigeons. You have to go back to your brain's oldest chemical messenger. In the 1990s, a neuroscientist named Wolfram Schultz was studying dopamine in monkeys. For decades, scientists assumed dopamine was simply the pleasure chemical. You get a reward, dopamine fires, you feel good. Simple. Schultz found something almost nobody expected. Dopamine didn't spike most strongly when the monkey received the reward. It spiked most strongly in the moment right before, when the monkey didn't yet know if the reward was coming. The chemical wasn't about pleasure. It was about prediction. About the gap between wanting and knowing. Your brain, it turns out, is not built to reward you for getting things. It's built to reward you for the uncertainty of maybe getting them. Think about that for a second. The most powerful chemical hit in your brain isn't the good news itself. It's the 3 seconds before you know if it's good news. The scroll. The load. The little spinning circle. Your brain lights up right there, in the not knowing, more than it does in the knowing. Every app on your phone that matters commercially was built by people who understood this, whether they read Schultz's papers or just noticed it by accident. The pull to refresh gesture. The delayed like count. The 3 dots that show someone is typing, then stop, then start again. These are not neutral design choices. They are variable ratio levers, dressed up in glass and color, sitting in your pocket. But dopamine alone doesn't explain why it's specifically other people's attention that pulls you back. Why a notification from a person feels different than a reminder from your calendar. For that, you need to go back even further. Past Skinner. Past the 20th century entirely. Back to the savannah. An anthropologist named Robin Dunbar spent years studying primate social groups. He noticed something curious. The size of a primate social group correlates almost exactly with the size of its brain's neocortex. Bigger social groups, bigger brains. Humans, with our unusually large neocortex, are wired to track roughly 150 relationships at once. That number even has a name now. Dunbar's number. But here's the part that matters. Dunbar also studied how primates hold those groups together. Chimps do it through grooming. Physically picking through each other's fur for hours a day. It's not about hygiene. It's about bonding. It's proof of investment. It says, I am paying attention to you, and you are worth my time. Humans replaced physical grooming with something faster. Talking. Gossip. Small updates about who did what to whom. Dunbar's research suggests this is why an enormous percentage of human conversation, even today, is just social information. Who's dating who? Who said what? Who's doing well? Who isn't? Your phone didn't invent this. It just digitized the grooming.
Every notification is a tiny signal that says someone, somewhere, is thinking about you.
A like is a grooming gesture. A comment is a grooming gesture.
A message is the digital equivalent of someone picking through your fur by the fire, telling you that you still matter to the group.
And for most of human history, mattering to the group wasn't optional. It was survival.
Ancestors who got cast out of their tribe didn't just feel lonely.
They died. No protection from predators. No help gathering food. No one to trade information with about where the water was this season.
Your brain still carries that math, even though the stakes have changed completely.
So when your phone buzzes, you're not just curious. You're running an ancient survival check. Am I still safe? Am I still included? Does the group still see me?
That's why an unread notification badge, that small red circle with a number in it, can create a genuine flicker of unease.
It's not really about the message. It's about the unresolved status.
Your ancestral brain reads it as an open question about your standing in the tribe, and open questions about your standing in the tribe used to be a matter of life and death.
Here's the twist almost nobody talks about. The variable reward, the dopamine prediction gap, and the ancient need for social checking didn't evolve separately.
They evolved together, tangled into one system, because for nearly all of human history they served the exact same purpose.
Stay alert. Stay connected. Don't miss the signal that matters.
Your phone simply found a way to trigger all three systems at once, dozens of times a day, using nothing but glass, light, and a vibration motor.
You are not weak for reaching for it. You are ancient for reaching for it. Which brings you back to tonight. To the buzz in your pocket. To the reach that happens before the thought does. You could call it a bad habit. But it isn't really about the phone at all.
It's about a brain built on a savanna, still checking the horizon, still listening for footsteps, still asking the oldest question there is.
Does the group still see me? Right now, somewhere in your pocket, your phone is buzzing again.
And this time, maybe, you'll notice what's actually reaching for it.